From Columbine to Sandy Hook to Parkland and now to Uvalde, the conversation surrounding gun control remains the same for activists. Action must be taken. A bipartisan group of senators met in Washington yesterday to discuss possible gun safety legislation. Any new law would be a major breakthrough, but Congress has yet to find common ground. So Erica Lafferty is program manager for Everytown for gun safety. Her mother was a Sandy Hook school principal, Dawn Lafferty Hochsprung, and she was killed in that 2012 attack in Connecticut. Erica, I want to really thank you for being here today. You attended the rally on Capitol Hill yesterday. I'm sure at this point you have been to countless rallies. I'm sure you have spoken to any number of lawmakers. I am curious, when you sit down in a lawmaker's office, whether it's a senator or otherwise, and they look you in the eye and know the loss that you have endured, how do they explain why they haven't yet passed gun legislation, why they haven't yet passed legislation for enhanced background checks that we know most Americans want, or a limitation to access to these AR-style rifles? What do they say to you?
Honestly, it depends on who I'm talking to. If I am in a room with Senator Murphy, there are lots of hugs and tears and apologies. Then I can be on the phone with Ted Cruz. He was actually right when I got into the gun violence prevention movement in early 2013. He was actually the first senator that I was calling out about the filibuster back when they were talking about the Manchin-Toomey background check bill. He ended the conversation with, something along the lines of, we will just agree to disagree. And it's just constant NRA talking points and gun lobby talking points, pivoting away from anything real. Now is not the time. Now is not the time to make this a political issue. It's not necessarily that it's a political issue, but it is way beyond time to take action.
Yeah. I remember, when Sandy Hook happened, and I think many people across the country felt like, well, this is it. These mass shootings are terrible. They really only happen generally here more than anywhere else, any other country. But killing children, this has got to move the needle. It feels like it hasn't, which is so disappointing and heartbreaking. Here we are again, right, with another school shooting with very young children. Based on what you've seen, has the needle moved at all since Sandy Hook? Or because it feels like it hasn't, because we have, shooting after shooting after shooting.
Absolutely. I mean, it feels like Groundhog Day. Every time the news breaks with another school shooting, another mass shooting, whether it's in a grocery store or a domestic violence situation, there is so much that needs to be done on the federal level. And we have seen absolutely nothing happen in the decade that I've been working on this. To say that nothing has changed since Sandy Hook is really hard. Because this is something that I have been working on, and we've seen great strides in a lot of states. But our problem is that guns do not abide by state lines, and we need action now on the federal level for there to be any kind of chance for things like this to actually be prevented.
As you know, there have been, any number of public opinion polls on enhanced gun legislation. Most Americans would like to see something done. Most Americans would like to see, at the minimum, enhanced background checks. Certainly, many Americans, if not most, would like to see some sort of limitations on these sort of high-capacity rifles. It's sort of hard for me to ask this question, but now as we're dealing with this other school shooting, that it seems like it has rocked us. It seems like the country, there's an outpouring of grief in this country. That coupled with what may be public opinion shifting, are you hopeful that we could see some change?
I think that the numbers haven't changed, right? We know the overwhelming majority of Americans support universal background checks. That's a common sense thing that regardless of the political affiliation, people can get behind. What is not going to change is the fact that we have a Congress that cares more about their campaign funding and their gun lobby talking points than they do about protecting American lives. And until it is their mother or their child that is shot in a hallway or in a classroom or in a closet, I honestly don't think anything is going to change. Not until the American people stand up and stand together and take this to the polls and vote them out.
Tell me about Everytown for gun safety. Tell me about what you do and what you're prepared to do now.
I am absolutely prepared to do anything that it takes. I have been in this for a decade. I am angry and exhausted and heartbroken, but I cannot and will not stop, because I cannot sit on the sidelines and let more families live the utter pain and devastation that me and my family have been living for nearly a decade now. I think that anyone who has any sense of urgency on this issue should pick up their phones right now and text the word ACT to 64433 and get involved and do anything and everything they can to help stop this madness.
Erica, I thank you so much for talking with us. I know that you are very well put together, very passionate, but I know every time you have to talk about this, it is painful. And so I really appreciate you being here with us.
Thank you.